to the shenanigans discovered by this representation. Good morning, Madam Chair, distinguished members of the Committee on Good Government, esteemed colleagues, guests, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present to you the meat of my resolution in calling for an investigation into the alleged anomalies committed by the President of the Surigao Del Norte State University. In the course of our investigation, I will show this committee that President Gregorio Gamboa Jr. is not fit to be in his position right from the start. I will also show that his continued stint is illegal and violative of the law prescribing the term of office of the President of Chartered State Universities or Republic Act 8292 and its latest IRR by the Commission on Higher Education. Memorandum Order Number 07, Series of 2022. Public office is a public trust. Public servants are expected to exercise the highest standards of honesty and integrity. As to how or why acts of dishonesty succeed and propel the perpetrators to heights reserved for men and women of integrity may baffle the minds of many. Fortunately, there are still people who stand for what is right and will never compromise their principles for a few favors. Politics has reared its ugly head in this particular case, and we will see for ourselves how politics ruined the integrity of the university, which was originally a product of my late father's bill. Lastly, I would like to call on all the members of the faculty of the SNSU who have knowledge of all the shenanigans of this president to come out and save the institution from further deterioration. Rest assured that this representation will exhaust everything to make sure that the guilty parties will never retire from service and will spend their remaining years in jail. Later, Madam Chair, if you will allow, if you will give me the opportunity to propound questions to the President of SNSU, I shall try to present the issue in a more detailed manner. So again, I'd like to thank Honorable Madam Chair for scheduling this committee hearing. In spite of our being on break, the hardworking chair person is still here calling for this investigation, and I'd like to thank you for that, Madam Chair. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you so much, Congressman Barbers, and thank you for that speech also. I would just like to inform everybody that we will be giving the chance to Congressman Barbers to give you questions or to throw questions to our resource speakers to give light to all the allegations. And we will also be given a chance to answer. Before we start the inquiry and proceed with the initial consideration of House Resolution number 1319, may we request the COMSEC to administer the oath to our resource persons. COMSEC.
To all the resource speakers present, please stand up and raise your right hand. Repeat after. Please answer the question after I state it. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth in this inquiry? Louder, please. Okay, thank you. The oath has been administered, Chairperson.
Thank you so much, COMSEC. Before we start again, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of our Vice Chairman, Representative Via Vergara via Zoom, and of course, the Chairperson of the Ethics Committee, where Representative Filimon Espares on Zoom also. Before we entertain any interpellation or inquiry, may we ask COMSEC the status of who are able to and unable to attend, and their excuses, such as this committee may determine whether the excuse of the resource person in failing to attend this inquiry is acceptable. Because if it turns out to be unacceptable, a subpoena shall be issued upon them upon motion of a member, since they are invited because their cooperation is very vital in this inquiry. COMSEC.
Your Honors, resource persons from Surigao Del Norte State University or SNSU, Commission on Audit, Commission on Higher Education, and Bureau of Treasury were invited. For SNSU, invited were University President Gamboa, the Vice President for Administration Rowena Bingplando, Finance Management Office Chief Mr. Felipe T. Cacho, and Accountant 3 Ms. Gay Rose M. Segura, of whom are all present in today's meeting. They acknowledge receipt of the electronic mail containing the invitation for today's hearing on June 19. SNSU also submitted the University President's response to House Resolution 1319, together with its voluminous annexes, such as the Agency Action Plan and Status of Implementation Report, Schedule of Refund for Hotel and Meals, Memo to Conduct Physical Inventory, among others. For CHED, no submissions, Your Honors, but they have sent their representatives for this meeting, also given to us within the period. For Commission on Audit, Ms. Eda Ahmulod, Supervising Auditor, Ms. Elliot, confirmed attendance, present today, as well as Attorney Peralta for Commission. They have submitted their comment and explained after the annual audit report on the FS of SNSU or ARR was finalized. It was transmitted to the House on May 15, 2023. However, Your Honors, I would like to remind COA that the submission is transmitted directly to the House Speaker and not to the specific committee. So we have stressed this, that they still need to furnish the committee of the actual annual audit report for SNSU for calendar year 2022. Upon COA's validation as well, SNSU did not implement, among others, the strict monitoring of cash advance liquidation with sending of demand letters to concerned personnel and making the necessary adjusting entries to correct the misclassified accounts. For the Treasury, OIC for Complaints and Investigation, Attorney Jericho Cardona is present today, with OIC for NCR Regional Office, Ms. Concepcion S. Austria, and Treasury Regional Director for Caraga, Ms. Maria Cecilia Puniel. They have submitted the documents to the Secretariat, which documents were already uploaded in the OneDrive link for today's hearings, together with the submissions of SNSU and COA. But all of these are for calendar year 2022. Bureau of Treasury submitted the fidelity bond details of SNSU employees, their position, amount, type of accountabilities, bond and premium validity dates, and the recommending or approving official. However, what they submitted was an updated liquidation status as of May 31, 2024. This does not correlate with the submission of SNSU because they submitted liquidation status as of June 15, 2024, Your Honors. That's it for the updates of the Committee Secretariat, Your Honor.
Thank you so much, Comsec. So with that, I fully understand your explanation towards the attendance of our committee hearing today. We now proceed to the initial consideration of House Resolution number 1319. Members may now proceed with their interpellation. I'd like to recognize the Honorable Ace Barbers.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Again, I'd like to extend my gratitude to the chairperson of the Committee on Good Government for this opportunity to present the issue hounding the University of Surigao del Norte State University. So, for backgrounder, Dr. Gamboa Jr. was an associate professor of the Cebu Technical University in Cebu City until January 7, 2016, when he was appointed as president of the Surigao State College of Technology by its Board of Trustees. To show that there was falsification, dishonesty, and grave misconduct committed by Dr. Gamboa, I'd like to ask this question directly to him. Dr. Gamboa, what was your job and where was this prior to being president of the Surigao State College of Technology?
Good morning, Honorable Chair.
May I recognize President Gamboa to answer the Honorable Ace Barbers.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Before my appointment as president of Surigao del Norte State University, I was in Cebu Technological University as an associate professor 5, and at the same time as the director of extension services, and of course a campus director, a focal person of the Naga campus as well as San Fernando campus.
And how did you learn that the SSCT is looking for candidates for president?
During the time, Honorable Chair. There were a group of Surigao noon who I think they're conducting their, if I could remember it right, they were conducting their benchmarking activity. And one of their visit was in CTU. And they were asking if I am interested to apply. So with that, then I tried to apply the vacant position.
So you applied.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who backed you up? During the time when you applied, who backed you up? Who assisted you? Who helped you?
I would like to ask the chair to clarify the question.
The question is, who backed you up? Because you're not from Surigao del Norte, and based on your earlier statement, you said that there was a benchmarking in your university. Perhaps some of those that did the benchmarking were all your friends. Can you please name them?
Sorry, Honorable Chair, because during the time, I do not know anybody from Surigao.
So these people that was doing a benchmarking in CTU approached you.
They just visit my office during the time to look into how extension services are being run by the university.
And then they discussed with you the probability of you applying for the position for president.
Yes.
And I know who are these people, if you can recall. Don't tell a lie because you are under oath, my friend.
Yeah, I understand, Madam Chair. I think I could only remember I think the family name. I think it was.
That's the easiest excuse. Anyway, I will give you that question, Mr. President. Perhaps you can remember who were the other candidates during the time when there was when you applied. Sino po yung ibang kandidato?
During that time, myself, Honorable Chair, Dr. Posisano, Dr. Donoso, Dr. Igot. Igot, and the last one is Dr. From Surigao Sur, Dr. Tumakin.
Dr.
Tumakin.
Okay. These 4 applicants, just like you, who were aspiring for the position as the president of the Surigao State College of Technology, would you know who among these applicants are from Surigao del Norte, are locals from the province of Surigao del Norte? Because you are not from Surigao, correct?
Yes.
Where are you from again?
Cebu City.
You are from Cebu. So is Dr. Posisano from Surigao?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is Dr. Donoso from Surigao?
Yes.
Is Dr. Igot from Surigao?
That's one thing I do not know surely, Honorable Chair.
I will tell you, he is from Surigao. Is Dr. Tumakin from Surigao del Norte or del Sur?
Yes, the Surigao del Sur.
So, and all these candidates who are all from Surigao did not make it, perhaps because you were more qualified than them. Is that a correct assumption?
Well, I think I am not in the position to answer that one, Honorable Chair, because there is a selection board.
It's a good thing you don't know, because I will tell you that your qualifications compared to these candidates and applicants are far less inferior than their qualification. But I will go to that later on, Madam Chair. Perhaps you can educate this committee. What are the qualifications needed to be the president of the SSCT? Did you have to be a professor?
There were no indication on the guidelines as far as I know, Honorable Chair.
That's a big question mark to me, but
The only requirements there as far as educational qualification is a holder of doctorate degree, Honorable Chair.
Are you a holder of a doctorate degree?
Yes, Honorable Madam Chair.
From which university?
From University of Southern USP, University of the Philippines Incorporated.
Again,
University of Southern Philippines Incorporated.
University of Southern Philippines. Where is this at?
Cebu City, Honorable Chair.
In Cebu City. What year did you graduate, and did you acquire the doctorate degree?
Year 2005, Madam Chair.
So 2005, you were already a doctorate. You were already a holder of a doctorate degree.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Okay. I will show you a list of names, and please tell us if they have become your students in Cebu Technological University, Mr. President. Can we ask the... Okay. Can you please tell us if these are your students in CTU? Do you recognize their names?
Sorry, Honorable Chair, it is not visible.
Pakilakihan niyo pa. You can come forward if you want to look at it closer. Sige.
Okay na.
Madam Chair?
Yeah, I think I could not
Madam Chair?
okay.
May I
Yes,
move that,
Kong, you're recognized.
the president of the SNSU come sit beside me so that he can see the names.
Honorable Chair,
Meron
I
na.
think I could not remember one of these names. I'm not very sure because that was long time ago. But the most of the family name are not from Cebu, are from Surigao. The way I look at it, Honorable Chair.
Very good. Sorry. So these people, you're sure that they are from Surigao?
I am not very sure, Honorable Chair.
From Cebu.
I have to check.
Okay, sige. Let us leave that issue for the meantime and continue.
Yes, Kong Barbers, you can continue.
Thank you. What was your position prior to your application for president?
Position. Associate Professor 5, Honorable Chair.
So Associate Professor, and earlier you said that you are not aware if there is a requirement in order to become a president of the Surigao State College of Technology. You said that earlier.
My statement, Honorable Chair, because the question earlier is that whether it requires that the applicant should be a professor. The only I know requirements is that the applicant should be a holder and must be a holder of a doctorate degree, Honorable Chair.
Okay. Sige. Anuhin natin yan. I-delay muna natin yan. Would you know, because based on your information here, you were an associate professor.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
So I would surmise that being an associate professor, the associate professor is just like the assistant of the professor. Is that correct? Is that an accurate understanding of the position?
I think not, Honorable Chair, because it is based on the reclassification process.
Okay.
That during that time, it is based on NBC 461 ranking, Honorable Chair.
And before an associate professor becomes a professor, it has to undergo some sort of a evaluation.
Yes, Honorable Chair, there will be there should be an assessment before you will be able to reach that.
And from being an associate professor, you became a professor.
Yes, before you will become a professor, you must be an associate professor.
Okay, may we be educated as to what is the process of being a professor from being an associate and then eventually becoming a professor? Anong proseso niyan?
Honorable Chair, the process, I think there will be a local evaluation that will be undertaken. Then after that, the result will be submitted to the zonal evaluation. Then after the zonal, if I am not mistaken, it will be sent to the higher office. Then after that, there will be an interview by a panel of interviewer. Then if you pass the panel interview, then that will be the time that and the result will be released, informing you that you passed or failed on the process.
So in this case, you have been evaluated.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Okay, and may we know who evaluated you?
It's I think I cannot remember, Honorable Chair, because documents are being submitted to the committee. Then the committee will submit the documents to the zonal.
You're referring to committee, the search committee?
No, not the search committee.
What committee are you referring to?
That's what they call this one, the evaluating committee, Honorable Chair.
And of course, since you've undergone evaluation, I would also surmise that in all this evaluation, I am very sure that you passed with flying colors.
I could not remember anymore the scoring, Honorable Chair.
So you don't remember. So when you were evaluated, where did you submit these evaluations?
First in the local screening committee. Then after
and the local screening committee composed of
that is within the school, within the State College, Honorable Chair. There will be selected from the faculty.
So selected from the faculty
who will compose the NBC 461 committee.
Yeah, as per that NBC circular, di ba?
Yes, sir.
So as per NBC 461-7A, is that what you're referring to?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
So
I could not remember what number it was. It is NBC 461. I could not remember the cycle.
So based on these evaluations, you were appointed by the SSCT Board of Trustees, correct?
Appointed on what position, Honorable Chair?
Anong appointed?
As president?
You're applying for president, di ba? Oh.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why you were evaluated, correct?
No, I think different, Honorable Chair. You're asking on the how on the NBC 461.
No. I was asking you earlier kung sino yung nag-evaluate sa'yo at kung nag-evaluate ka pa, saan mo in-evaluate ka, saan mo sinubmit. Sabi mo, per NBC Memorandum Circular, dun mo sinubmit, no? And ang tanong ko nga, the continuing here is that based dito sa evaluation na isinubmit mo, that would probably be with flying colors, in-appoint ka ngayon na president ng SSCT board.
Honorable Chair, may I clarify the answer? Because I was confused whether the Honorable Chair is asking on the selection as president or as a selection as a professor. When we talk of the selection for presidency, that is another thing that I have to answer, Honorable Chair. Now, on the issue of for the position of president, I think there was a search committee that was being formed by Surigao Del Norte Surigao Del Norte State College. There was a search committee, and that is where I submitted my document.
Okay.
Then they are the one who evaluated my document, and that's it. That is where I submitted.
So they were the ones who evaluated
yes,
what you have submitted.
Yes,
Tama? Okay. Now, will you be able to recognize the evaluation sheets and the names of those students and faculty members who evaluated you?
Is this on the presidential?
Yes, presidential na tayo.
I do not know.
Presidential na tayo.
Yeah,
Do not confuse us, because we're not interested in your being a professor from an associate professor and being a professor. Presidente tayo.
Okay.
Presidente
Thank
tayo.
you for clarification, Madam Chair.
So ngayon, if I show you a form, would you be able to recognize the evaluation forms that was used to evaluate you?
I do not. I think I will not be able to recognize that because I was not able to see an evaluation form.
What about the names of the students and the faculty that evaluated you?
During the application as president, I do not know anything on who are those people that evaluated me, Honorable Chair.
Okay. So sa mga professors, can you recognize? Members of the faculty, can you recognize them?
During the process of presidency, no, because
Yes.
I do not know anybody during the time when I apply as president of the college.
Okay. Yung you're being an associate professor, then later on becoming a professor, would you be able to recognize?
I could not remember but I'm very sure that there is a memorandum to that, Honorable Chair, because it is the Vice President for Academic Affairs who formulated such documents. Then during the time, I am not yet very familiar with the names of the professor, and so I could not remember that document anymore, Honorable Chair.
Okay. These evaluators were all from Cebu Technological University, of course, correct?
I think that is it is not, Honorable Chair. If you are talking on the promotion or the reclassification from ASO 5 to professor, those that I become a professor when I was already the president of SSCT. So it is I am not. But for the evaluation of the students, there is a part there that it will be was evaluated by my former students in Cebu Technological University.
So you would still remember the names of your former students?
I hope, Honorable Chair.
I just said earlier that you're certain that you've been evaluated by your former students.
During the time, Honorable Chair, but that was, I think, long time ago. So I am not very sure if I could still remember.